Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. It's Sam. Can you see me? Can you hear me? How's it going? I'm so excited. Hello. Okay, and let's start the live on Facebook. Good. Give me just a second to get this all set up. There we go. Go live. It's coming out. There we go. Hi, everybody. Wonderful to see you. Great. It's coming out. There we go. Hi, everybody. Wonderful to see you. There we go. Oh, that's muted. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, hi, everybody. Let's see, get everybody on board. For those of you who are watching the replay, sorry for this little bit of kerfluffle as we get started, but it takes a minute to get all the text streams working simultaneously so that everybody can see me and hear me. And probably better if I plug in the mic. No, this is real life, right? All right. There, how's that? This should be a little bit better. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Keiko. How's everyone doing? What's exciting? What's new? What's happening? We've got just 1 minute before we start. Great to see you all here. We're recording. We're live on Facebook. Okay. I think we might have this thing going on. So we're here for a bunch of exciting things, but really to sort of talk about and process this 5-day creative sprint that we've been on. What an incredible experience. I had no idea when we started this, the repercussions of such a thing. It kind of blew my mind. So we'll talk about some of the things that shocked and surprised me, perhaps some of the things that shocked and surprised you. But for right now, those of you who are jumping on, just type in and say hi. Those of you who are on the Facebook page, type in and say hi. Let me know that you're here and that you can, see me and get me. Let me type here, hi. Oh, okay. Good, wonderful. All right, well, let's start with our breathing. Let's start with our centering. Let's start with our claiming this time and this space for you, for your creativity, for your voice, for your work, for that which you do that no one else can do, for the work that is on your heart, for the thumbprint that is on your heart, for the indelible work that you were brought here to do. Let us take a breath for that. Let us center into this time and space for that. Let us claim that. You are creatives. You are artists. You are the storytellers and magicians of the world, and we need you. We need you now more than ever before. There is no other time than now, and so we claim right now, for the sake of your creative spirit, for that child within you who worked so hard to be seen and to be heard, and for that adolescent in you who wanted nothing more than to hide, and the grown-up you that has been juggling these two ever since. I know it's not easy. I know it's confusing. I know the world gives you a million messages that says that you're not allowed to be the person that you are, and you're not allowed to do the work that you do, and who do you think you are anyway? But in this moment right now, I want to claim that you do know who you are. You do know the work you need to do. You do know who it's for, and you know how much to charge, and you know where to do it, and you know what the next step is. And even if you don't know, you are tolerant of ambiguity. You are ease into uncertainty. You are willing to faith walk. You are willing to put one step in front of the other without visible means of support. Because you know that you would not have received this invitation, the invitation of your creativity, the invitation of your talent, the invitation of the little idea that's been hovering for years. You would not have received these things if you were not the person to do the work. So let's breathe in to that. You ready? Let's inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thank you. Thank you for doing that with me. I've got lipstick on my teeth again? No. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Angela. All right. So why did we do this sprint, this 5-day sprint? I did it for 3 reasons. I wanted you all to experience your power. I wanted you to experience the power you have in your everyday life, in this moment, right now, in each moment. I wanted you to experience the power of 15 minutes. And I want you to comment in if you did that, if that happened for you, if you were like, oh, wow, that was a lot more powerful than I thought it was. Or I had a lot more impact. I had a lot more, my work, things I thought were just little, like I ended up having a lot bigger repercussions, right? So go ahead and type in if that happened for you. Type yes, power. Yes, power. Yes, I felt the power. Angela says, yes, I found a lot more time that I thought I didn't have. Yes, power. Yes, I was surprised. Yes, good. Good. Let me see if there's anybody on the Facebook page. Good. There's a few of you. Wonderful. You can go in and type there. Yes, power, synchronicity. Great. Power and courage. Love it. All right. There's Cooper making a special appearance. I also wanted you to know that you're not alone. I wanted you to know that you're not alone. Being a creative person can be an extremely lonely experience. And in some ways, it has to be a lonely experience, right? Art is about perspective. It's about your singular perspective on the world. So there are elements of your work that have to be only yours, that can only belong to you, that really can't be shared with anyone else. But the whole other 99% of it can be. And the experiences that you had in terms of your resistance, in terms of your blocks, in terms of your overwhelm, in terms of your insecurities, in terms of your just practical questions of how do I do this or how do I do that? Did you notice how not alone you are? Did you notice how not alone you are? Go ahead and put yes, not alone. Yes, I was not alone. Look, we're not alone. Here's Cooper. Yes, not alone. Yes, I was not alone. You may have felt alone. You may have an old story about how you're alone and nobody gets you, but I want you to notice you are not alone. And I'm saying, yes, not alone, not alone. Yes, not alone. Good, because that's the idea, not alone. And I don't want you going back. I don't want you backsliding. I don't want you getting back into like, oh, I don't really have any power, or, oh, I'm so alone. We are rejecting that victim mentality. We are rejecting that old programming. We are rejecting those old stories because we say, yes, I have the power to do my work. Yes, I am not alone. I have a tribe. I have a family. I might be weird, but I'm not that weird. I am not so weird that there is not a community of people who do not see me and know me and embrace me and cheerlead for me. You are worthy members of this community. And I hope you felt that. I have to say, my heart just overfilled every time somebody would post something and then all of y'all would just pile on. Yes, yes, me too. Yes, that's beautiful. Here's what I see. Here's what I think. Here's my experience. And you were so good about not helping each other. I didn't even really give you too much instruction around that, but you guys were really great about not offering a lot of free advice or a lot of, sort of condescending, oh yeah, do you feel that way? I'm over that myself, but yeah, right? You were great about that. You were so real and heartfelt and compassionate, and I'm so not surprised because that's my list. That's you guys. Good. And finally, I wanted you all asking better questions. Asking better questions. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of the questions you are asking. I'm going to say that again. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of the questions you are asking. So if your questions are in the realm of like, I just don't know what to do, or I'm not sure if it's okay for me to do that, or I can't find the time, I'm so overwhelmed, no one else approves of me, my mom was really discouraging, I had a bad teacher in the 3rd grade, right? Those are dull questions, frankly. They're dull. They're common. They're heartbreaking, but they're dull. The question of how do I deal with this monster under the bed that's telling me I'm not good enough? That's an interesting question. How do I reconcile my need for financial sustainability and my deep insecurities around charging for my work? That's a worthwhile question. How do I insist on the time to do my creative work every day? That's an interesting question. Right? Who do I know who can help me? How do I talk about my work in a way that's compelling? How do I work through my inner barriers? How do I reach out to a community that I know loves and supports me and get real value from them and give real value to them? Those are better questions. So if you had that experience, type in yes, better questions. Yes, better questions. Yes, better questions. Right? This sensation we have that we're stuck in our questions, right? We're not stuck in our questions. Like Rilke says, we're being called to live the questions themselves. And maybe someday you will live your way into the answer. Yes, better questions. Yes, better questions. Yes, better questions. Good. Good. That was my hope. That was my plan. And I'm seeing on the Facebook page, yes, rush of power, yes, just arrived, yes, not alone, good, good, good. So yes to the power that you have, yes to not being alone, yes to better questions. This is the start of the revolution. This is the start of the revolution. This is the start of your revolution. This is the start of our revolution. I am deeply committed to making sure that we have at least 1 million people spending at least 15 minutes a day, at least every single day, on the projects that matter most to you. And I want that by 2020. I want a global community of creative people, of people who wouldn't necessarily describe themselves as creative, people who are great problem solvers, people who are up to cool things, people who have a hunger to share their work with the world. I want them spending 15 minutes a day, every single day. And I want them talking to each other the way you guys have been. Who's down for the revolution? You can put yes, revolution. Go ahead and say yes, revolution. I saw Leonore hop on here. Some of you know Leonore, my team leader, head coach, right-hand girl, and all-around genius person. Yes to the revolution. Yes to the revolution. So you're the beginning of the revolution, right? You can imagine we're in the tavern in 1772 going, freedom, right? Freedom from tyranny. And if you guys go, oh yeah, that's a really interesting idea. Okay, thanks, Sam, bye. Then there is suddenly no revolution. Hi, Leonore.
Hi, sorry, I had to change something in the settings so you could see me.
Excellent.
I come back and you're starting a revolution.
I'm starting a revolution. The revolution is now. The revolution is now. Ruth says, linking arms. Yes to the revolution. We've been talking about how we started this sprint so that people could experience their power. Mm-hmm. And they said yes to experience that power. And I said that I did it so that they would start that they would feel not alone. Mm-hmm. Right? Understand how that illusion of solitude, that illusion of oh, no one gets me, no one knows me, there's no one I can talk to, that's an illusion. Then they said yes, not alone. And I said that I wanted them to start asking better questions, not the victim questions of oh, I can, oh, how do I, and oh, I'm so overwhelmed, but rather, how do I fight this? How do I break through this? How do I up level to this question? How do I match this question? How do I beat this question every single day?
Beautiful.
Right? Mm-hmm. And yeah, so this is the beginning of the revolution. This is so mystical. I think we had 333 people enrolled. And I think, I may have miscounted, but I think we had 66 people actively participating, which just seems very like magical numbers to me, right? And not all of you won something. Everyone who signed up wins a prize. And 2 of you win a very special prize. And I'll announce that at the end because I want you to stay till the end. Why would I tell you now? I'm going to wait and tell you at the end. So let's talk about this creative process a little bit. My experience with the creative process is that it looks like this: resistance, breakthrough, resistance, breakthrough, resistance, breakthrough, resistance, breakthrough, resistance, breakthrough. Welcome to the creative process. This idea, and I think it's something that maybe people who don't spend a lot of time making things have, that this idea that like you suddenly just have supreme confidence in your work and it just flows out like a river and, oh, it's just so easy for you. I don't know any artist that that's true for. Partly because we're always engaging in the projects that interest us, and they interest us because we're interested in the problem of it, right? The problem of how do I express this grief that I'm feeling, this problem, how do I express the gorgeousness of the world? How do I express, that moment that I fell in love, that moment that my heart got broken, that moment that I knew I would make it anyway? How do I express that in words, in color, in dance, in form, in music? And that's problem solving. That's all the creative process is. This is why I say that everyone's a creative genius, because everyone has a particular gift for problem solving. So if you're wondering where your creative genius is, it's in the things when you're in front of somebody and they're going, well, I don't know how to da-da-da. And you walk over and you go, well, I guess I would put this here and do this way. And they go, oh, how did you come up with that? And you go, oh. Right? That's it. Welcome to your zone of genius. That's how you know. And it's not going to feel like a zone of genius to you. It's going to feel like dead obvious. And that's how you know you can charge the most for it, because you have a special gift. You do it better than everybody else does. You bring a certain flair. You do it easier. You do it with greater depth, greater understanding. That's why you can charge top dollar. Right? That thing we get of like, oh, it feels like it's just God's gift to me. I feel weird charging for it. No, because it is God's gift to you, you must charge double. For real. So this creative process of like breakthrough, resistance, breakthrough, resistance, breakthrough, resistance, you're in it. You're in it. And it's different when you're in it. And I really want you to notice that. Notice how different it was 2 weeks ago when you were like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't have time. I'm so overwhelmed. Oh, the clutter. Oh, other people. Right? And this experience you had of like, okay, I'm going to commit. Okay, I'm going to do it. Oh, I'm doing it. Oh, I'm doing it. And then the results you get from doing it, right? Ross says, amen. Money times 2, right? Exactly. Yeah, so that experience of being in it, the way your project looks to you when you're in it is totally different than the way it looks when you're outside of it. And in the immortal words of David Milch, some of you may know David Milch. He's a great writer. He created a lot of great television. Kind of a crazy person, but a great writer. And I think he was one who said that everything you think about writing when you're not writing is bullshit. And I would extend that to other art forms, right? Everything you think about dance when you're not dancing is bullshit. Everything you think about your music when you are not making music is bullshit. Right? So
it's kind of brilliant. Ross
it is.
Says, amen. Double. Yeah.
Yeah.
Double the money, but yeah, totally.
Yeah. And I'm not seeing our Facebook page. Oh, there we go. Joined. Yay. Yeah. Or when you're just thinking about it. Right. Karen says, oh, so I shouldn't feel disappointed when I feel the resistance again. Yeah. No, you should feel delighted when you feel the resistance again, because it means you're onto something new. You're onto something even better. You're even, more, you're getting more uplifted. You're getting more interest. You're getting more excitement. You're getting more insight into what you're doing. That's how you know when you're getting the resistance. So here's my question for you. What was it worth to you? The lessons you learned in these 5 days, this experience, like if we had charged for it, what might you have, looking back, I'm like, oh, you know what? That was like, I got some lessons out of there that I would have gotten from an MFA program. I'm going to call that worth $50,000, right? I think that was worth a $50,000 MBA program, just a couple of takeaways I had that week. Or maybe, you got a $6,000 client. You're like, actually, Sam, it was well worth $6,000. If you had charged $6,000, that would have been fair. Or maybe you made some sales, maybe you made $1,000 worth of sales because you were inspired to reach out to somebody or a former client, or you put your work out there in a different way. Maybe it was like, oh, you know what? It was worth at least a therapy session. So, I would have paid $175, the same I give my therapist. Sure, Sam. Crystal Trowbridge wrote that it was worth her life, right? In a sort of roundabout way, it inadvertently saved her life. So I want to know a number from you. And I know you guys are uncomfortable with numbers, and I'm not going to try and trick you and say, like, now you have to pay that. Like, you don't. I'm just curious for you, for yourself. I want you to put a number on it so that you remember to value it, right? Not just that it's something fun that then goes away, but you go like, you know what? I got at least $500 worth of value out of that. I got at least $7,000 worth of value. I got $20 worth of value. I got $5. I'd give you $1.50, Sam. It was worth $1.50 value. Y'all tell me what it was worth to you. Pick a number. I'm curious. Oh, the tension grows. Who's going to be the first to write a number?
You're like torturing people right now, Samantha.
Yeah.
Crystal says 5,000 plus more. Roz says priceless because I committed and completed.
Wow. Okay, I want to underline what Roz is saying here, because it's one of the challenges I have as a business person when I'm offering products and services to you all. Sometimes the problem is not that you don't trust me. I'm offering a program and y'all are like, oh my gosh, that sounds great. And I know Sam will deliver and I know it'll be great. I trust Sam. I trust the Organized Artist Company. I trust Leonore. I don't trust myself. Mm-hmm. I've let myself down. Mm-hmm. I've made promises to myself and not kept them. I've sworn to myself I was going to do something and not done it. I've let myself been pulled off course before. So the fact that Roz said she committed and she saw it all the way through, I think is fantastic. That is a huge, huge step forward. Karen says $1,000. Yeah, $1,000. Good. And let's see, Karen says, definitely worth a couple therapy sessions, and the value of shifting deeply rooted old beliefs. Right, so that's another way to look at this. Like, if you are able to shift your consciousness around how much you charge or how many people you reach out to in a day or how you talk about your work, right? That was our day one challenge. How could you be talking about your work in a way that's compelling? Like, what would the long-term effect of that be? What would the long-term effect of being able to say really succinctly to people the transformation that you offer? Interesting, right? So go ahead. The moon. It'd be worth the moon, says Lynn. Definitely moved me out of myself and the world. Yeah, out into myself and the world. Yes. Yes.
I don't think we've ever gotten the moon before. That's awesome. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll take it, right?
We'll take the moon. We'll take good care of her.
Yeah.
Good. All right. So here's, thank you all for that. Thank you. I say that partly because I love praise and I love knowing that the work we do is important and is meaningful to you, but more I do it for you. Like when you write down 1,000, when you write down the moon, when you write down 5,000, when you write down priceless, a couple of therapy sessions, that cements the learning for you. Because here's something else I know about all of y'all's. You're slippery. You're slippery. You're super duper smart and you can talk yourself in and out of things on a dime. And this ability you have to be, and it's part of the gifts of having a really facile mind and having a lot of talents and skills and being able to see things from a lot of different perspectives. But what that means is sometimes you do something that's really great, that's totally for your highest good, that you really love and value, and then you immediately stop doing it because you think some crazy thought that talks you out of it.
Don't lie. We know you do it.
Give me an amen if you've talked yourself out of your own good. Give me an amen if you've been like, yeah, I've done it, Sam. I've done it.
Oh my God. Amen, Sam. Every day, every week. You
right?
Yeah.
I've done it. And I've signed up for programs. I've sat there in the room and gotten really, they're on this webinar and gotten super inspired and be like, yeah, I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'm going to make that money. Yeah. And I start and it's really good. And then like right midway through, like right when it really is going to start to pay off, I bail. I get distracted. I find something more interesting. Or, sometimes I'll get all the way to 99, like I'll get right to the very end and then I'll quit. Oh, it's not quite perfect, right? So I want you to stick to your good. I want you to stick to your word to yourself. I want to increase your self-esteem by keeping your promises to yourself. And it's one of the reasons why we make our challenges these 15-minute ones, because it's really hard to wiggle out of 15 minutes. Like, it's hard to find a day. It's hard to find an afternoon. It's hard to find, even an hour or half an hour a day. But 15 minutes, that you can do. And I hope you all saw the impact of that 15 minutes. Like, we're saying, ouch, you know me. Oh, I know you, right? Keiko says, yeah, I get distracted and stop. Yeah, of course. All right. So here's the pitch, right? That was the setup. Here's the pitch. I want you guys to apply for the 365 Club Pro program. We have 2 ongoing programs here at the Organized Artist Company, right? We offer a little one, like our 6-week Get It Done class. We offer little, 6 and 4 week classes. But there's 2 that we have that are ongoing. And the high level program is called 365 Club Pro. And I really want you to just fill out the application. And Leonore, maybe you could pop that application link into the chat for both the Facebook and the Zoom. And I want you to fill out the application for 2 reasons. One, there's just some super interesting questions on there that I think will, again, it helps when you write it down. It helps when you witness yourself, right? So I want you to witness yourself. I want you to have a little creative self-inquiry, answer the questions. Those answers will then, and the questions will get emailed to you immediately afterwards. And you'll also get an invitation to book a time to talk to either me or Leonore or maybe somebody else on the team about 365 Club Pro if you're interested. If you're not interested, if you just want to answer the questions and have that be the end of it, that's totally fine with me, right? You don't owe us anything. And even if you do decide to have the conversation, there's no obligation, because this is a higher end program, right? This is a more intensive program. This is a slightly bigger commitment financially than some of our other programs. It's not crazy expensive. I will tell you, I was just thinking, Leonore, I have just completed a program that's very similar to 365 Club Pro in terms of like what you get. Mm-hmm. And it's $12,000.
Right.
Which this program is nowhere near $12,000, so you can relax on that. So apply. There's the link to apply. Fill out the answers just for your own witnessing. And then if you're interested, if you want to just investigate it, then book a time to talk to us. We will not let you join the program if it's not a good fit for you. That's not good for us, and it's not good for you. It's a small group. That group is very important to us. We've been going since June. So fit is really important. So there's no hard sell. There's no sell at all, really. There's just a conversation about whether or not it's right for you. And if it is, then great. And if it's not, then great. Just so you know what it is, there's some of the people in Pro on this call, so you guys can chime in if you like, but we have a monthly theme. We've done the theme of following up. We've done the theme of this month is writing and publishing. Next month is intuition cultivation and self-care. We've talked about money, the spiritual truth of money, and how to charge and how to have sales that, again, don't feel salesy or weird. What else? Events and retreats. We've talked about how to make money from holding events and retreats. So it's a monthly theme, and then a weekly call, and then a daily sheet of suggested activities. No, a sheet of daily activities for the month. So like those activities that I sent you in the email every day, you get one sheet of, one a day for the whole month, which you can do or not do. They're much like the ones here. They're meant to be jumping off points. They're meant to be suggestions. They're meant to be fun and inspiring and rattle your cage a little bit. And then you also get sort of VIP status. You get kind of grandfathered into pretty much everything else we offer. You get access to our entire library of calls from before. So our other classes, Turn Your Wisdom into Workshops, How to Write Great Emails, How to Make $1,000.
You get everything ever.
You get everything ever.
You get everything ever. Yeah.
If I've taught it, you pretty much get it.
Which is like enough recorded content to listen to Samantha Bennett in your car, probably for the rest of your life.
And who doesn't want that?
I mean, I want that.
Good. So go ahead and write in there if you're going to I'll apply. Some of you I know already have applied, and I'm very grateful for that. I love reading those responses. I find it super inspiring just to see what you guys are up to. So if you're willing to sort of take the double dog dare and apply, go for it, and let me know that you're doing it by saying, apply, yes, apply, yes, apply. Good. Let me check in. Oh gosh, Karen says, have broken so many promises to myself. Yeah, I know. And you're not alone, babe. You're not alone. But understand that the beautiful thing about your creativity is that it has never abandoned you. It will never walk away from you. It is always there for you. It is infinitely forgiving. It will forgive you every time, over and over and over again. And it grows and changes with you. You know, you may feel like, oh, I don't know how to do that anymore. Oh, it's been so long, or oh, it's too late for me. No, you might have to blow the dust off the box a little bit, but believe me, your talent, your creativity, your story to share with the world is still right inside you, right there, ready to go. It's like a beautiful bottle of wine that's been, laying. It's ready to get uncorked. And that's what we do. We uncork creativity. So, good. Ross says done. Great. So you don't have to fill out the application right this second, but let me know that you're going to. Let me know that you're down with doing it, or that you already have done it. I know some of you are like, well, how much is it, Sam? How much is it? How much does it cost? You're being cagey about the cost. I hate it when people are cagey about the cost. I'm not trying to be cagey about the cost. That's not true. I am trying to be cagey about the cost because I know how easy it is to be like, that's too expensive. Boom. When it's like, well, wait, is it really? If you're having rent and grocery issues, right, not a good time. But anything above that, it's not that expensive. And I want to see whether or not it's worth it to you. If it's a good fit for you. Because if it's a good fit and it's worth it, then it's not too expensive. And if it's not a good fit or it's not worth it to you, then it doesn't matter how much it is. So that's why I'm not telling you how much it costs exactly. Good. So that's 365 Club Pro, monthly theme, weekly call, daily activity suggestions, and the super private Facebook page, right? So there's the 365 Club page that you're on. There's an even smaller room inside the candy store where just the pro people hang out, where just the VIP people write out. Lynn says, I didn't dare write down what I really wanted my 10K to be. Duh. Oh, well, Lynn, I double dog dare you. Share with us now what you really want your 10K to be. Because that's the promise of the program, is 10K in 15 minutes a day. And whether that means, so that's what everybody's up to in this group. You can tell they're playing a big game. And whether that's bringing in $10,000 a year or $10,000 a month or $10,000 a day or selling 10,000 books. Yes, Lynn, selling 10,000 books. Very good. Excellent. Or getting 10,000 kittens adopted or writing 10,000 poems or giving out 10,000 hugs. I don't care what your 10,000 is. I care that you set the goal and that you're moving towards it. So many of you have been playing to not lose. You haven't been playing to win. You've been playing to not lose. And I want to see you. I want to see you win. I want to see you try. I want to see you fail spectacularly. I want to see you go for it. And I want to see you do it in a structured, calm environment in which you know what you're doing really matters, in which you can feel your own progress, even when the resistance comes up, even when you don't hit your goals, even when life takes you on some crazy twisting journey that you had no plan on, that was not your plan. And I got to tell you, I've had a situation in my private life in the last 10 days that has completely, pulled me way off where I thought I was going to be emotionally and in terms of my productivity. And we just surf that. We don't expect life to not happen. But because of the goals I've set and the commitments I've made, I think it pulled off as far as I might have otherwise. You know what I mean? And that's really what that net is for. Keiko saying, yeah, go Lynn, 10,000 books. Yep. Woohoo. Good. Oh, Angie says, okay, I just pulled over and parked to text. Thank you. Developing relationships with Sam, Leonore, and all the other engagers here is worth thousands. Thousands. Love it. I agree. Thousands. Good. So I mentioned there's the two programs that go on ongoingly. There's 365 Club Pro, which is kind of the, VIP level. There's also the 365 Club Basic. Oh, and I actually made a little bit.ly link for that. That is possibly the great deal of the century.
I'll find the link, Sam.
Here, I made a bit.ly one. Here we go.
Oh, you're so smart.
Yeah. So it's a monthly call with me. You get a monthly Ask Sam Anything call. So you can write in questions in advance and I'll answer them on the call. You get a daily email and you get this community, this 365 Club Facebook page that you've been on in this challenge. You can stay. You can stay in this group and get all the love and all the yumminess and all the relationships and all the support that you've been getting. And, as usual, satisfaction guaranteed or your money cheerfully refunded. And I want you to guess how much 365 Club is. I want you to guess how much it is. I know everybody was saying, how much was the 5-day challenge worth to you? And thousands, which was great. But think about 365 Club. You get a monthly call with me. You get access to over 300 hours worth of recordings. You don't get everything, but you get a lot of the Q&A recordings. You get the community. You get a daily email. What would you pay? What do you think? Just guess for me, just for fun, because you're gonna kind of lose your mind when you find out what it actually is. Let's see if on Facebook anybody's guessing. Is anybody guessing? Put link in the Zoom chat, please. I think
It's right there, Roz. Look, it's right above.
Yeah, 365 Club Basic. It's bit.ly, bit.ly/365 Club Basic.
Angie on Facebook says, I'm worth thousands.
You are worth thousands.
Engagers here are worth thousands.
That's right.
Karen says, okay, $365.
Oh, that would
be very thematic.
That would be a very fair price too. I might change it to that after this.
Yep. Okay, Sam, but what is it?
It's $10 a month.
Yeah.
It's $9.95 a month, or $57 for the year.
Yeah.
So you enroll for the year, you get 6 months free. So who's down with that? Who's down with that? Who would like to stay in this warm, loving community of people who are experiencing resistance, breakthrough, who are up to such cool things? I really tried to price, have kept that price low, artificially low for years, because I wanted a place that was like a no excuses zone. $57. Leonore, I don't think we could even go for dinner and a movie for $57.
Absolutely not.
Not if we got popcorn, which we would totally get popcorn.
You know it. Yeah.
Good. So now here's what I'm guessing, just emotionally. And I'm going to announce the winners. Don't worry. 2 of you have won a year in 365 Club, and I'll tell you who that is in a minute. Right. Lynn says, thrilled to already be in this group. Thanks to Get It Done. Some of you have done other programs, so you've been gifted a year in 365 Club. If you enroll again, you'll get another year extended. I want to know what excuses are coming up for you. I want to try and talk you out of your excuses. You can keep them if you want, but I'm just curious, what's I'm going to guess it's something like, oh yeah, that sounds really great. A monthly call with Sam, that would be cool. In the community, sure. But you know what? I know what I need to do. I just need to make myself do it.
I know what I need to do, Sam. I just need to make myself do it.
Right. That's thinking it's a willpower issue. That's thinking that you have to bear the burden alone. That's old patterning that says, I don't need help. I can't accept help. I already have all the information I need. And I'm telling you, you don't, and you can't. Roz says it sounds expansive. It is expansive. I'm going to guess there's also an excuse that sounds a little like, I'm just too busy. Like, oh my God, have you noticed Thanksgiving is like in 2 minutes and then it's the end of the year. It's practically June already. I can't even think about it. It's like, I can't even, I'm too busy. I'm too busy. You're not too busy. You may be choosing to spend your time on other things, but we all get the same 24 hours a day. You are not more busy than I am. You're definitely not more busy than Leonore. So if you want to use the I'm too busy excuse, I want you to own it and say, I'm not willing to make that a priority right now. I've been really trying to do that in my own life, to say, like, instead of saying, oh, I don't have time for that, to say, I'm choosing not to spend time on that right now. Or, oh, I can't afford it, to say, no, I'm choosing not to spend money on that right now, right? Some of you may be thinking, I'm too old. It's too late for me. I'm too old. I can't do it. I'm too old. It's too late. And I want you to notice there's a number of people in this group who are well into their 70s. Some of you are damn close to 80. A few of you may have even crossed the line into the 80s, which I can only hope to be as vibrant and productive and hip and sexy and fabulous as you all are. Like, I got to say, the boomer women are killing it in this group. So if you are here and breathing, you are not too old. How could you possibly be too old? Right? You can't. As long as you're here, as long as you have breath in your body, you are not too old. And in fact, the fact that you are still here tells me that, first of all, you could never have done it earlier. You were too young to do it before. And I'm also thinking about some of my friends who aren't here anymore. They didn't get a chance to feel like they were too old. And that moment's going to come for all of us, right? This is a one-way street for everybody. So what are you choosing to believe about your life? What are you choosing to believe about your energy? What are you choosing to believe about your resources? Lynn says, no one is too old. Until you leave the planet, you can never be too old. Well, exactly. Angela says, I'm choosing. I love this reframe. Excellent. Thank you, Angela. Good. Let's see. Min says, can't sleep that well? I don't know what you mean, honey. Tell me more what you mean. Is that your excuse that you can't sleep well? Then do the work in the middle of the night. You know, if you're up, do the work. Nap in the day. Why not? That's what I say. All right. So whatever your excuse is, whatever's coming up for you of like, oh, I'll do it later. Oh, I don't think so. Oh, it's been fun, but no, I'm ready to not do it. I just don't want to. I don't like other people. Whatever that is, that's the resistance. That's the resistance. And I don't care if you actually sign up for this program or not, but I don't want you to be stuck in resistance. So Roz says, we've been waiting for the world to catch up with what we have to offer. Boom. Hashtag boomers rule. Hashtag boomers rule. Totally. So let's take a second. Really acknowledge what your inner resistance is saying. Right? I mean, right now my inner resistance is saying something like, Sam, you're bullying them. Don't push them so hard. Like, they'll sign up or they won't. It's okay. But that's just some weird idea I have about what I think is, I don't know, polite. But politeness is not going to get you out of your creative slump. Politeness is not going to get your work out into the world at the level that you know it needs to be out there. So I'm going to tune into my inner wisdom, and I invite you to do the same. Put your hand on your belly, put your hand on your throat or your face or your head. Take a breath and think, what do I know? What do I know is true about my creativity? What do I know is true about the work that I'm here to do? I may have a resistance that says it's not polite, and my inner voice says the revolution is not polite. My inner voice says, I am your advocate. I am on the side of your projects. I am on the side of your vibrancy. I am on the side of your productivity. I am on the side of your financial stability. I am on the side of your joy, your spiritual growth, your pain, your delight, and getting that out into the world in a bigger and bigger way so that you can have the impact that you were born to have. And if it means I push you, then I push you. If it means I'm impolite, then I'm impolite. But I know I can't make you do anything you wouldn't do otherwise, right? If I could, God knows, oh my God, Leonore, someone give him that power. If I actually had the power to make you, that would be so awesome. Lynn says, love boomers rule. Yeah, right? That's hilarious. Good. So what does your inner wisdom say? What does your inner wisdom know about you and your work? Whether you sign up for 365 Club or not, what does your inner wisdom know? What is your resistance saying? What does your inner wisdom know? The more you share it, the more other people benefit from it. So this is no time to be shy. Right? Maybe your inner wisdom says, I know my work matters. Or maybe your inner wisdom says, I need a little push. I need some help. Yeah, Angie says resistance breakthrough, resistance breakthrough, resistance breakthrough, resistance breakthrough. Yes, 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 exactly. Karen says, want you on my side, Sam. Yeah, I want to be on your side too. I'm fascinated by what you guys are up to. So what does your inner wisdom know? Does it say, yeah, I want to? Yeah, I'm ready. I have an important message to share. Yes, you do, Karen. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. What about you, Leonore? What is your resistance saying? What does your inner wisdom know?
Oh, my resistance says all of the above and more.
Mm-hmm.
And my inner wisdom brings me back to like the truly healing knowledge of my creativity and what happens when I touch the, all the things in me that didn't get validated for being different and that just want to hide, and know that like when that gets used as a point of connection, which is what I think we really do in our work as artists and as healers, like that justifies it all and more.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. Moving past that, all that anxiety and all that. It's really a form of narcissism, right? This anxiety. What'll they think of me? What am I doing? I want to hide, right? And when we focus on the connection, then it all opens up. Our own connection to our own creativity, our connection to each other, our connection to the world. Lynn says her inner wisdom says, no time to hang back now. Amen. Keiko says, inner wisdom released into the world is better than perfect, or even as good as I can make it if I used more time. Oh, for sure, for sure. And for those of you perfectionists out there, and speaking as a recovering perfectionist, getting used to the imperfection is deep work. Right. And you guys saw it. I mean, we've never done anything like this 5-day sprint before. So I was pretty confident that something would go completely sideways at some point, because we just have never done this before. How could you know what to do when you've never done it before? And that's a good point too. Like if you're not making mistakes, it means you're not trying anything new. So maybe some of you might remember way back there on day 2, and some of you didn't get the day 2, and some of you got it like 5 times, particularly those of you in the international time zones. Yeah, that was me. That was my fault. That was operator error. I broke it. I broke the internet for a little bit. But we recovered. We bounced back. Savannah answered your questions and your emails because she's so gracious and loving. And we moved past it, right? It wasn't a reason to stop. It wasn't a reason to call failure. It wasn't a reason to call foul. It was, you win or learn. And in that case, we learned. Yeah. There are things that can be released easily, we promise. Yeah, for sure. Oh, Roz says her resistance says one more thing, really? And her inner wisdom says there are things that can be released easily, we promise. Yeah, focus on that, which is possible and immediate. All right, so here's what I want you to do. I want all of you to apply for 365 Club Pro. Whether or not you think you're ever going to do it, I want you to apply for it. And if you're even interested, even just the tiniest bit, go ahead and book that appointment to talk to me or Leonore, and we'll see if it's right. And if it is, great. And if it's not, great. And then I want you to enroll in 365 Club. If you are not already a member of 365 Club, it's $10 a month or $57 for the year. Nothing is cheap. Like, really, you spend more on lunch. You deserve it. You'll get so much out of it, I promise. And if you don't, then we'll give you your money back. No problem. Yeah, Keiko saying, Leonore, remembering that it's about the connection is a breakthrough touch point. Like Sam's, it's about the reader for writing, right? Who we serve, who we connect to with our work, which lets them know they're not alone. That's right. That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, you ready for the winners? Okay. So first of all, everybody's a winner because you are all going to get a copy of this brand new book that, boy, would I be happy if it were done today, but it's not. But it will be. I'm going to say by December 1st, you're going to get your copy. But it's a PDF of 365 Reasons to Create. So it's a big 370-page PDF that's being specially designed by me for you so that you can use it as daily inspiration for you and your work. And we're doing it as a PDF, of course, because it's a lot of paper. So if we were to give it to you as a book, it costs like $40 or $50 to print as a book. So we're going green and doing it as a PDF. So everyone will get that. Everyone who enrolled in the sprint will get that for free as soon as it's done. And then we decided to give away 2 subscriptions for 365 Club Basic. And I will tell you, I want to give out a special shout out and thanks to Creative Vix Media, who helped us with this challenge. They did so much of the back end work and so much of the administrative work. We could never have done this ourselves. And they were the ones in charge of picking the winners. So don't be mad at Leonore. Don't be mad at me. We had nothing to do with it.
Our fault.
Not our fault. They're the one, they put all the names in the hat and drew it out. So our winners for a year of 365 Club Basic is Alexandra Pena, Lynn Hoynes. Alexandra and Lynn, Alexandra and Lynn. And if you're feeling that like, oh, I wanted to win, then go buy yourself a copy. It's $57 for business sake. Get yourself a subscription so you can stay in 365 Club. In the next day or so, we're going to be going through and removing anybody who doesn't have a paid membership or a grandfathered in membership. So if you just joined for the sprint, your access will be taken away soon. But if you're in 365 Club, then you get to stay. Hannah's saying, yay, Alex and Lynn. Yay, Alex and Lynn. Lynn says, how thrilling. You're welcome. We love you. Ron says, congratulations. Ruth says, congratulations, friends. Yay, look at the celebration. Karen says, I'm in. Awesome. Heather Wells is loving on your glasses, Leonore.
Thank you.
It's Leonore's. It's her superhero.
They are my superhero glasses. Yeah, exactly. I just try to entertain you on the webinars.
It's working.
Yeah, thank you.
Good. So that's it. That's the whole thing. Apply for 365 Club Pro, even if you don't think you're going to do it. Make sure you register for 365 Club Basic. I mean, again, $57 for the year. How could you not? $10 a month. If you want, try it for a month. See if you hate it. Congratulations to Lynn and Alex. And really just circling back to where we started with this, notice your power. Notice the power you have in the present moment. Notice how not alone you are, how many brothers and sisters you have here in our creative community and all over the world. You know, when you make yourself vulnerable, when you let your work out of the house, when you share what's really going on with you, do you notice how deeply connected you get? How much help and support you get? How much love you get? And that may be different than what you were taught as a child. And we can notice, oh, I can put away that childish thinking because I see now that I'm more grown up than that. I can have a more grown up relationship to other people than that. And notice what happens when you ask better questions. So if you take away nothing else, write it out for yourself. I have power. I have community. I ask better questions. I would love to stay and support you as much as I can. That's part of the reason I want you in that 365 Club, because I'm in there all the time answering. I know a lot of you were like, Sam, how are you even responding to all these posts and stuff? It's not always as chaotic as it was these last 5 days. Never. That was like a tsunami.
It was.
Of social media. So you don't need to worry that it's like that all the time. It's normally people are involved and engaged, but it's not so overwhelming. That was a special occasion. So I don't know if anybody has anything they want to share, if there's anything on your heart, if there's any questions you have, things you're concerned about, things you want to know before we go. Oh, Karen's in. I'm so pleased.
Yay.
Yay. Who else is in? Anybody else in? Anybody have any questions? Everybody named Crystal better apply for 365 Club Pro. That's all I have to say. There was a whole Crystal contingent going on. Ruth says, a million thanks. Great. Great big thank you for everything, Sam. My pleasure. My pleasure. It was a joy and an honor to do this. Yeah, give yourself an early holiday present. $10 a month, $57 for the year. Why would you not go? Why would you not do it? Go ahead and enroll in that. Thanks so much for this jolt of energy. Yeah, that's what we do. State change. Get you up out of your ordinary quotidian self and up into your energized, vibrant, giving self. You have all this energy. I'm not giving you anything you don't already have. I'm just pointing out to you that you can plug into it. Like, it's not that it's more like I'm going, plug it in, hit the on button, and then you hit the on button. You're like, oh my God, this is amazing. Yeah, but it's not my amazing. It's your amazing. Lynn says, spectacular. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. That's so nice of you. Good. Anything else? Let's see, is there any Q&A? Nope. Good. Oh, David Milch. David Milch is the one who said everything you think about writing when you're not writing is bullshit. If it wasn't David Milch, it was David Mamet, but I'm pretty sure it was David Milch. He created John from Cincinnati. He created Big Apple. He created some way more famous shows. What was the Carnival? Carousel? I can't remember. Anyway, he created a bunch of great TV, especially on HBO. Crystal says, thanks for holding space for all of us. My pleasure. Anything else? I know. Ross says, that's what I do to myself. Yeah, we all do it, honey. We all do it. It's not a failing on your part, but yeah, we overthink it when we're not in it. But really, if you took half the time you spend overthinking it and just spent it working, you'd be way further along. For sure. All right. Anything on the Facebook page? Sabine says, thank you. Thank you, Sabine. I'm so glad you were here. Good. All right, then. I don't want this doorknob thing again where we're about to close out and then somebody's like, here, I have a giant question. This is your moment. This is your moment. 15 minutes at a time. Exactly. Leonore, thank you so much for being part of this and being
pleasure. It's nice to be here with everyone. I can't wait to welcome more people into our community and get to do some deeper work with you too.
Me too. Let's do one more breath to close out this circle. You ready? Maybe make a little commitment to yourself. You've done so well keeping your promises to yourself this last week. Let's see if we can keep it going. You ready? Let's inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for doing this with me. Bye.
Bye.